I'm late. I know I'm late. I honestly don't really care. Um, so I finished Cold Steel 4, I finished Reverie, and I finished or I didn't finish. I started Daybreak. And I mean, to the surprise of no one, these games land here. I never want to engage with these games ever again. The characters are miserable. The pacing is atrocious. It feels like a 10 episode anime dragged out to 100 episodes. It's disgusting. Um, Cold Steel 3 specifically has one of the silliest things that I've ever seen written in an effort to make a character seem stronger, where sometimes Aurelia puts on glasses to make her vision worse because it's so good that she sees particles in the air or something along those lines, and it distracts her or something. It's just silly. I don't know what emotion that's supposed to give me, but it just comes off as really silly. Um, Musically, because gameplay, I don't even want to. I gameplay, with the exception of potentially Abyss difficulty on Reverie, but I hated these characters so much that I played Reverie on very easy just to get it over with, so I could be done with these people. Uh, Zero to Cold Steel 4, these games were like completely like my brain was completely turned off for the entirety of the game. It was just boring. Everything just kind of falls over and dies, or the solution to the situation is slow, or it's very simple. It's nothing interesting at all. It's just kind of lame. There were some situations like that in these games, but it wasn't like nearly as bad. But I think that's mostly due to the way that they shifted quartz to work in the Cold Steel to Reverie section. But it is what it is. Um, I started Daybreak today, and musically we're doing better. Um, because out of so if I go from Zero to Reverie, there's 7 games. I think I remember 6 songs, and 3 or 4 of them are in Cold Steel 4. That's not good. That's very, and I'm not even saying the music is bad. It just doesn't hit my ear in a way that I would care about. I'm not. In no way am I saying if you like the music in these games, something's wrong with you. I'm just saying for my ear is just not doing it. That's kind of it is what it is, but it kind of sucks. Um, but yeah, Daybreak is musically it's doing a better job of like appealing to my ear, I guess. So far, the characters are significantly less stupid, so that's definitely a plus. It feels like there are less cringe anime moments so far. So that's also a plus. However, there is one major problem, and I thought I was going crazy. Um, but for some reason, the I'm playing on Nightmare, but the enemies in this game just don't really do damage. So it's kind of boring. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do to fix that. If I play a game on the hardest difficulty available and I feel like I have to nerf myself to make the game entertaining, that's not good. Now I am still early. Maybe there's like spots or something, but as of right now, yeah, no. I think I played the prologue in chapter 1, and I am I could barely even keep my eyes open during the fighting. I it's so it's I don't know. I don't feel like there's really any danger at all. You can kind of turn your brain off and everything just kind of falls over and dies. And this tells me one of two things. Either A, or maybe it tells me one of these two things. So either A, they're trying to put more of an emphasis on the story, at which point the story needs to exceed my expectations, which after what I have been through for 7 games straight would not be hard. Or maybe there were like complaints or something. I actually have no clue. I don't know why there would be. I think most people. I don't know what. Actually, I don't know what most people do, but I imagine there's at least a decent chunk of people who do not play these games blind on Nightmare the first time they play. I would imagine that's probably not super common. Maybe it is. I really don't know. Um, but it just kind of feels strange that on Nightmare it feels like the damage coming in is like hilariously low in comparison to a lot of the games that I've played. Normally the early chapters are where it's the weirdest because you don't have access to a lot of stuff. So I was very surprised to see that at no point was I actually in real danger whatsoever. It's very strange. We're doing better musically. We're doing the characters are less annoying. They're less cringe. It's less like anime long-winded speeches that I cannot care. I will never care to hear. Um, I mean, after 7 games of Reen and Lloyd, who love to give a speech, does not matter the situation. It's refreshing. I don't feel like my time is being wasted with a speech that I don't really care to hear at all. We're doing, but yeah, we're doing better musically. The characters are less annoying. There's less anime cringe. There's like the pacing feels normal. It doesn't feel like I'm being forced to sit in this area where nothing is happening. It feels like the plot is already in motion from the start. I prefer it this way. If we can make it so that or rather, if the enemies start doing damage, right? Like it can stay in the D tier at least, because it's not like I like these characters right now. It's just they're not getting on my nerves. At this point, they're doing the bare minimum. So I mean, it is what it is. The main character potentially could be a character I like, but we'll see where this goes. But as of right now, this I'll probably realistically it should come down here. But if we can make it so, or I keep saying that, but like if at some point the game becomes engaging and not just everything on my screen is just gonna fall over and die because it's not doing damage to me really, then it could climb out of never again. But as of right now, I'm very unimpressed. I'm kind of bored. Um, but at least it's less boring than these games, I guess. Less miserable than these games so far. So I'll take it. And it's only 2 of them. Or I think this is also uh connected to Daybreak. But yeah, no. 5 games here being is insane. Is no, it is ridiculous, especially since they managed to drag their feet the whole way through. So I mean, this is in Never Again, but this is probably the nicest place I could put it right now, realistically. But I'm not looking forward to playing through this right now. I'm gonna be honest.